I've always believed that some places don't just exist in history, they live inside it. So I became a time traveler, not to change the past, but to listen to it. This time I stepped into the mountains of Peru to see what they would leave behind in me. The year was 1450, and as a time traveler, I had arrived in Machu Picchu, not for a moment, but to live within it for a time. The mountains breathed around me as dawn spilled across the terraces, and I drew in a deeper breath, my chest rising with awe at the vastness surrounding me. Before long, wandering the terraces began to feel natural. The rhythm of past lives guided my steps, teaching me patience I didn't realize I'd been missing. I followed hidden paths, each carved wall vibrating with memory. I wondered if this place could ever truly let me understand it, or if understanding wasn't the point. Some mornings felt softer than others. Clouds drifted above, turning solitude into something gentle. I was a stranger here, yet the city quietly allowed me to exist within it. Without noticing when it happened, the distance I first felt faded. I moved through the city less like a visitor and more like someone being welcomed. Days folded into weeks along the terraces. Patience and humility worked their way into me, whether I asked for them or not. My heartbeat slowed here, becoming more deliberate. The presence of those long gone didn't weigh on me, it steadied me. I felt myself returning often to the water, watching it move through the city with quiet certainty. In its rhythm, I learned how to move the same way, without force and without hurry. Each climb echoed with devotion. Somewhere between ascent and breath, I realized I was no longer the same person who had arrived. From the peak, time no longer behaved the way I expected. Months stacked quietly, one on top of the other, and somehow within them, I began to change. All the while, the city pulsed gently beneath me. I wasn't guiding my experience anymore. I was being carried by it. Inside the temple, light and shadow moved like memory itself. I still didn't understand this place, but I'd stopped needing to. Leaving the temple one evening, the silence followed me. I wondered if I was meant to belong here, or simply to listen, learn, and leave changed. Over time, the mountains began answering questions I hadn't spoken aloud. I felt myself being shaped by something older than explanation, and somewhere along the way, I stopped asking what this place meant, and started noticing what it was quietly undoing in me. Climbing the steps again and again, effort took on meaning. Each movement mirrored the devotion built into the city itself. Sunlight lingered longer some afternoons. In its warmth, reflection came naturally, unforced and unguarded. And the time here softened me. Surrounded by motion and sound, patience surfaced without instruction, and I learned to move without expectation. In the quieter corners, the past pressed close. Not heavy, but alive. Even alone, I didn't feel the same way. From the terraces, I felt tethered to something greater than myself. There was a significance to the city. The longer I lived within this rhythm, the clearer it became. Nothing here demanded attention. Care shaped everything simply by being consistent. Some days, the wind carried centuries across my skin. Instead of resisting the weight of it, I learned to let the mountains hold it for me. From the peak, after months moving through the city, Machu Picchu no longer felt like just a place. It had become a teacher, something I now felt responsible for carrying forward. As the terraces softened in gold, moments felt fragile. I held them carefully, already knowing they wouldn't last. Each return along the stairways echoed the lives that once filled these paths. Their presence lingered, leaving marks I couldn't yet name. When I paused at the altar, gratitude arrived without effort. I had come alone, but I wasn't leaving like that. With every step forward, longing and joy traveled together. Each day became something I knew I would keep. As the final days settled in, a quiet ache followed me. Leaving didn't mean losing, it meant carrying. After all that time within these mountains, I took one final breath. Whatever paths laid ahead, I knew I would move through them differently, with this place still guiding my steps. I didn't leave Machu Picchu with answers. I left with a quieter way of moving through the world, and the feeling that other places are still waiting. This journey may be over, but the travel never really stops. The stones of the Incan world still held warmth from the sun, but as I stepped back, even memory began to unravel. Mountains sank, skies thickened, and the presence of humanity slowly disappeared. I wasn't leaving history anymore. I was leaving humanity itself. I had entered the age of the dinosaurs.